So what do you think? Do you think Ankalaev beats Pereira, or do you think Pereira beats him? If Pereira beats him,
Yeah.
I mean,
Then it's over. Who's gonna beat him? He's gonna have to
like
take a
who's gonna
heavyweight.
beat him? I swear to God, if I was fighting Alex Pereira, I would shoot on him from the moment the fight started.
Yeah, for real. Why
I
not?
would go forward, press, throw like a left hand or an overhand right, and just diving on his legs as
Yeah.
much as I could,
I mean,
just to try to see how his takedown defense would hold up.
absolutely. And
Bem-vindos ao canal Clips MMA. Nesse vídeo vamos conferir a resenha entre o Daniel Cormier e o Ben Askren, analisando a luta entre o Alex Poatan e o Magomed Ankalaev. Depois deixem aí nos comentários se vocês acham que o russo tá blefando ou ele realmente vai ter o culhão de trocar porrada com o Poatan. Já se inscrevam aí no canal e bora!
Hey, talking about Alex Pereira, he's got his next fight, bro. He's finally fighting Magomed
yay,
Ankalaev. I mean, finally, right? Like,
finally. Yes.
Ankalaev has got to be breathing a sigh of relief. Like, thank God I'm finally getting this title fight.
Seriously, I can't remember last time we were talking, they were going to give it to someone else, weren't they?
Well, because remember, Alex was like, it's still not going to be Ankalaev. He was just kind of messing with
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it was. Okay, okay. Good.
it. So
I'm glad.
Ankalaev
Yeah.
said yesterday, you just signed your death certificate. I'm going to punish you for ducking me, and I'm going to make you look like a guy who works in a tire shop, not a professional fighter.
Huh. You know that's funny, and actually, the discussion came up. At my house when me and my buddy was watching my fight. It's like Alex is so fun. It's so funny to me because on the one hand, I'm like, he should be in GOAT conversation, right? Like as
The
the
double
greatest, double as on one hand, but then on the other hand, I'm like, I kind of think his wrestling still sucks. And if he fights someone who's a good wrestler, he's going to get torched. So it's like such a weird balance. Like, I don't know which way I actually feel. And, you know, it's like, if he gets torched by Ankalaev, do we say it was really a mirage the whole time? I mean, obviously his stand-up is about as good as it gets and he hits about as hard as you can hit, but it is a weird, it's weird to try to hold both of those positions at once because it doesn't feel like they make sense because generally nobody gets to the top of mixed martial arts with fighting someone in every skill set.
With all that being said, Ankalaev said he's not wrestling him, Ben.
If he does that, he's a moron. And I don't know him, so hopefully he's not a moron.
He said he's not wrestling him. But he also said he goes to all the UFC fights to get free alcohol and camera time. On the other hand, I've been training so hard. March 8th, the alcohol will not help you. This is what Ankalaev is saying to Pereira. But if he stands with them, I mean, why? Why would you stand with him?
I have no idea. I don't know. He's just bullshitting. There's no way he's not.
He's gonna just take him down. Would that be crazy if he just keeps shooting on him?
Why
He
wouldn't
didn't
you?
take. He didn't take the last guy he fought. I swear to God, if I was fighting Alex Pereira, I would shoot on him from the moment the fight started.
Yeah, for real. Why not?
I would go forward, press, throw like a left hand or an overhand right, and just diving on his legs as much as I could, just to try to see how his takedown defense would hold up.
Absolutely. And
here's my thought, though. He's got to have gotten better, right? He's been training with Glover all these years in the wrestling.
Yeah, but the only instances of wrestling we've seen in his UFC career have been not all that great. He got taken out and held down by Adesanya, who no one thinks has good wrestling, and he got taken down by Blachowicz and was down a whole round. And you know, like I said, he really hasn't fought any wrestlers because no one would say, "Oh yeah, those two have really high level wrestling." So he has. You know, and this is why it's weird. It's like on the one hand, he's like kind of the GOAT. He's amazing. And on the other hand, you're like, yeah, but if he fights a good wrestler, you know, he's going to get killed. But there are no good wrestlers at 205 currently.
There's hardly any good wrestlers at all in the heavier weight class in the UFC right now.
Yeah,
it's actually really very surprising, right? Like that there aren't good wrestlers anymore. So what do you think? Do you think Ankalaev beats Pereira, or do you think Pereira beats him? If Pereira beats him,
yeah,
I mean,
then it's over. Who's going to beat him?
Who's going to beat him?
Yeah.
He fought number 8, Khalil Roundtree, last time because there was nobody else to fight.
Yeah.
How has he cleaned out that division when he's only been fighting for 3 years? He's been the champion 2 times in 2 weight classes. Yeah. He has defended the belt in multiple divisions, and he's only been fighting for like 4 years.
I don't know who he fought. When you're looking at the list of the ranked guys, I don't know who he fights. Like if he beats up Ankalaev,
if he beats
Ankalaev, Prohaska, Blachowicz, Hill, Rakic, Ulberg, Roundtree. Where's
Rakic and then who?
Ulberg and then Roundtree.
Olberg. I think Olberg has a big fight coming up, and he's new and young. But again, he's a striker. And if he's a striker, how do you think that he's going to beat Alex Pereira? I think Ankalaev is going to have to try to wrestle him. I think that's kind of the thought that he's posturing, saying he's going to stand with him, trade with him. Because him and Rakic had a good fight, but it was relatively competitive, and he just stood with Rakic the whole time. Right? So it's like, I don't know if standing the whole fight with Alex Pereira is the greatest idea.